Hi, we live, and this is day 4 of the 5-day workshop. I hope you all had a good day and you had time to look at all the homework since we started. It seems like it's easy, but you have to do the homework to make sure that you stay on track and you know where you're heading to. So far, I think it was quite clear if we follow the 9-step roadmap, this is the action we need to take to get to the program or to the signature program. We call it our signature program of what are the service we're selling or what products are we selling. Now, as you know, I'm teaching people to start their business from start to finish using this 9-step roadmap, but I'm also teaching you how to use affiliate marketing products. And you don't have to start with your own products and putting up your own products. If you have your own expertise that you can sell as services, that is very good. Then you can use your expertise and you sell them. But as affiliate marketers, it's very easy to find a good product that you know the clients will need. And then with your program, I will talk about our signature program in the next half of the evening. Let's look tonight. I see in day 4, if we look at our 9-step roadmap, the framework, I said we'll talk about organic marketing, our Facebook, and yesterday we were talking about lead generation. So I quickly want to finish with lead generation. This is my page. What I saw in the workbook, I mentioned to you, we will use the desire if you do any leads. So this is what I'm talking about. This is mine, burst your engagement. And then I have a checklist that I give out with 10 checkpoints to make sure that they engage better on Facebook. But if we look at our lead generation, I've mentioned it quite a few times already. So before you start creating your free, whatever you're going to give them, you will ask, who is it for? Now, by now, you know who's your client and you know what is your client's pain points or struggle points or problems that you need to solve. So the goal of this lead magnet as a coach is to attract your client to come to you, that you can give them this free checklist, workbook, template, whatever you make, and they can see that you know what you're talking about and they can trust you. What problem does it solve? Your lead magnet must solve a problem that your client wants to solve now. They must have some immediate effect that they can use it immediately after you've given them the lead magnet. Like mine, with the Facebook engagement, they can go immediately to Facebook and start doing what I put in the checklists. How must they start? What must they do? And what must they do weekly, daily, just to make them get more leads from Facebook. Number 3 is the topic from the core offer. Because what is it that you're going to offer them after you gave them the lead magnet? It must be in line with what we're going to do. So if you solve a problem, the lead magnet must be already the first steps in solving the problem, and your signature program that will follow will continue solving that same problem just in a deeper effect. Is it a hot topic? Is it a hot format? Let's face it, some topics are just more interesting than others. So we have to make sure that our client is not bored with what we give them. It must be interesting. It must look functional, that they can use it immediately. No more boring ebooks. As I mentioned, an ebook just stay on the computer. You don't even open it. You don't read it because you have more than enough things to read. So they will never see your ebook. And if you ask them, how did you enjoy my freebie? They can't answer because they never even read your freebie. Freebie is the who, not the how. So who should do it? Who should they give it to? And who will they work with? Make it look professional. This is very important because if you can't have a professional service, the people will say, I will not even start the signature program because this is not professional. This is not what I expected. So you have to make it professional, and then they will know that you will continue in your professional way. You do a two-step posting. It means you post in Facebook or you post in Instagram or wherever you work, on which platform, and you post like you ask a question. I did like 30 visibility boosters. So I have this whole page of what they can post to be visible and be seen. So here you ask, what would you do if you had 2 extra hours every day? Just to check what is the answers coming. Without telling us what product or company you present, tell us in one sentence, how do you help people? So this is now for other coaches. I work with coaches, and this is for other coaches. Then I can also ask, hey, how many Facebook groups owners are here? So they answer me, and this is how I connect with my own coach group. Then we ask, do you have a freebie for your business? Please drop it below. So this is like a two-way. You ask what they have and drop it below, and then people can answer. You can also do as a freebie to be visible, to give them something to be visible and to work immediately with their business. I can send them follow-ups. I can follow up how they feel, what they need. Is there anything I can do? I have a new service coming up. I can just introduce this service, or I can tell them about a new product that's on the shelf. Now you stay in contact with your people. Then you add them to your email, as I said, and you nurture them. And once they start knowing you and trust you, whatever you bring, they will look at it, and they might even be a client that will buy a product or your service. Now, if we look, now we know what we want to do. So if we look at the desire, first, the D is the desired outcome achieved. We need to achieve something. If we don't achieve something, then it means nothing to them. E, easily consumable. It must be 1 to 3 pages. A 20-page book or a 20-page template document, it's too long. They will never use it, and they won't be able to use it immediately. 1 to 3 pages maximum. S, solve a known problem for your client. So which problems are we solving, and how are we starting to working with the core problem that we will work in together? I, instant gratification. So they must be satisfied with what I give them. Otherwise, if they just walk out and throw it in the bin, I can forget about the next sale. The second, the R, relates to your core offer, but I already mentioned. It has to be in line with what you're going to do. So it has to start connecting, and that's why mine burst your engagement on Facebook, because I'm using Facebook further down the line. And that's why mine is collecting clients for them, and then I will help them to set up their business and have more clients. But I already gave them freebie about how to get your clients. And then the last E, easy to implement. And this is what I'm saying the whole time. You have to make sure they can immediately act on what you give them. Is now the lead magnet that you will prepare. Let's see, I have cheat sheets, checklists, calculators, a blueprint. So like my 9-step roadmap. I put it in the book for you guys. So you have the roadmap. You can just check which circle do you need to work on and what is in place and what is not in place. But it's very easy to see, and it's easy to understand, and you can implement it. Then also a roadmap, as I mentioned, a template, some email swipes. If you have to send out emails to your clients, you can tell them, I can write the emails and give you 5 emails which you can send out to your clients to track them. No ebook, no mini courses, no webinars, no free reports, quizzes, strategy sessions. This is all things that are not easily implemented. And it's not easy to use, and it definitely will not bring your client to you. I'm going on to the signature program. Once you decided you want to start your online business and you need to get your online business going. So you have to develop your business, you have to establish your visibility, your brand, everything as in the 9 steps. Then you have to work on what are you doing at the end. When you have the client, when they came in, what are you going to do with them? What is your signature program that you will tell them? And this is also the part that you can ask a little bit more for what you're going to do, because you will put much more in it than just a freebie like this, or just some short 1-day course that you can help them with something. What does your program look like? Firstly, will you do one-to-one? Will you do a group? Will you do, like I do, a 5-day workshop that I decided is much easier than working with each one separately? I have everything here, and even with the replay, people who can't be here can still get the information. Then the name of your program. What will you call your program? It must be easy on the tongue, easy to remember. Even if a client wants to call or tell a friend about your program, they mustn't struggle with what it's all about. It must be easy to announce and to talk about the program to friends, because word of mouth is how we spread our word and our services. The length of the program. How long are you going to do your program? Now, as I told you, mine is a 3 month, 90 days. I don't work each day for 90 days, but I have 2 sessions a week, plus I have the one-to-one call. I have the question and answer sessions. So in between, I make sure that I get to everything, but also because clients are busy. There are a lot of chores and lot of other things like family, children, all those things that come in between. And I want to make sure that after 90 days, the business is up and running. I have everything in place. I can leave them with a good heart, and I know the business is running. Especially with affiliate marketing, if we have our program, we just decide which products are we going to put in here. And how are we going to sell this? Because we get commission from what we're selling. And if we work one-to-one, like my signature program, the 90 days, I charge my fees for what I do. And if I have affiliate marketing products, that's also part of this, that will be from the commission. But they will buy the product as it's part of solving the problem. What is the big promise that your program gives the client? The package, the offer, how do you put things together? It's also not just say, oh, we'll do a course. You have to think about it, because this is your signature program and your branding is with that. So it shows the world what you do. You have to be professional, it has to look good, and your client have to talk about it as if there's nobody better than you. It has to be unique. Why do they need to ask you for help? And why not your friend next door? What will your client achieve by the end of the program? So you must think of all these things as you work on your program. How will they know when they've been successful with your program? How will you measure it? How can they see the results? How do they gain confidence that you did your job? Because this is also, they pay for the service and they need to have satisfaction, and they need to see we have achieved what was planned in our strategic call or our first call that we had. So whatever you promised was delivered. Then, what is the urgent need to solve? Do they have things that they want to solve first? Then we work on the next problem and the next problem, or is it one problem that all fits together? So you have to look at what is the urgency. How fast do they want to start? Are they ready to start? And can they start immediately? When you do a program, when you plan a program, you must also mention if they don't solve the problem, what is the risk factors? What can happen if they don't solve the problem? Especially if you're in healthcare, then you can mention that if you don't look after blood pressure or sugar levels or those things, that it has a negative effect further down the line. It all depends what you do. Are you a beautician working on beauty? Are you a healthcare? Are you make money online like me with affiliate marketing? Everything that we do, we have to think very clearly and carefully, what do we need at the end of this? Then we have to work on what will be the common objections that you can address ahead of time. Because once you have your program and you know your client is a fit, you can already start addressing because you have all these things written down. Your course is done and you know exactly what you're going to do. You start talking about the common objectives and how you want to address them and how you will solve them one by one. List all the features that you will offer in terms of resources and support. If your client pay, if you have to solve a problem, they would also like to know, do you have a support system for them? And what is the resources that you will give them to help them to make this a full package with everything in? Now, when we look at the features of the program, we look at the features, what is the benefits and what is the benefit of the benefit. If the features worked and they had the benefit, well, the problem we solved. So you must make sure that when you address something, that you know the end result is definitely in a positive way, that they can say they feel better, they experience much better, no more anxiety or no more pain or no more headaches, anything that they feel they can say. Because mostly if you ask your client after they seeing you or you're receiving your service, you ask them what was their experience. How did they experience your service? How did they experience the product that you sold them? And they have to tell you in their words that it was good. What was all the effects that they received from this? You understand how important is it that we can't just put things together and just say, there's my program, I'm starting today, and this is what I'll do. We have to think. And also, clients are unique. We can't, what fits one cannot always fit the other one. So we have to make sure that we talk to the clients one-to-one. We credential them, we evaluate them, we audit them, and we see, are they a good fit? Can we help them? And this is what I do with my clients. Can I help them? Will there be results at the end? And I make sure I talk to each one, because I can't just assume that everybody is the same, because it's not. Our clients is unique. If you understand this, then I know you will be good in what your service will be or your product that you will sell will be. And I hope in this 5 days, day number 4 today, I hope in this 5 days you learned a lot about how to plan, how to work on your program, how to work on what is your niche, what are you going to do, and how are you going to service the clients, and then who is your client. You have to niche down to say who is your client. And then you will also look at all the things that I mentioned throughout this 4 days. Now, tomorrow we're going to talk. I set my office to success. So tomorrow I'll talk about my affiliate marketing products and how you can be part of this. You can log into the affiliate marketing and just sell products for an income. If it's not in line with what you do, affiliate marketing is affiliate marketing. When you sell a product, hopefully mostly it's in the line that we are focusing on. I sell products that's all part of make money online. I don't really go into diet or keto or this because then I also confuse Facebook, I confuse YouTube. This is tonight's session. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned from this, and I hope you have a business in your head, if not on paper, that you can think of how you can make this work for you. If you don't need the money now, maybe in 5 years, 10 years, you might need this money. So let's start the online business. Let's start the affiliate marketing and make a second income. Put it in your back pocket. Keep it for rainy days. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m.